Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. So, today I wanted to talk about some of the best VPNs that you can use for the Philippines. So, whether you're looking for servers that are actually located within the Philippines, so if that's what you're looking for, yes, you can get it with these three VPNs, which I'll talk about a little bit later on. In case you're not sure which one to go for, or if you're looking for a VPN that essentially gives you access to the full internet, right? In the Philippines, of course, or in any other country, when you try to access specific websites, they will know your IP address. Now, your IP address is sort of like your phone number. And of course, your phone number will have a code. In the same way, your IP address will indicate which country you're in, similarly to phones. So previously, I was just connected to a Canadian server, so that's why it looks like I'm in Canada. But let's just say I want to connect to a Filipino server. So in this case, since I've already got it selected here, I'll just select the Filipino server within NordVPN. And once I'm connected to the Philippines, all I have to do to double check is go to any IP finder just to double check in case I'm not connected to the server or whatever. But as you can tell here, I am connected, and within Nord, you can just go to the home button here or the home tab, and you'll be able to tell that your IP address is indeed changed and it is the same IP address that shows here. So at this point, whenever I go to a website, or let's say there's Filipino TV that's only available within the Philippines, then I can just connect to the Filipino server and go to the website, or let's say Netflix. I mean, at this point, I can just access Filipino Netflix because I'm connected to the Philippines. You know, there's a lot of VPNs out there. And the reason I chose these is obviously not only because they have Filipino servers, so you can get access to Filipino content, but they also have all kinds of other locations available. You can stream because all these VPNs are compatible with streaming, and they're all compatible with torrenting as well without any bandwidth limitations. By the way, if you want to download any of these VPNs, just check out the links below if you want to save a little bit more money. And if you want to learn more about these VPNs, I'll also leave reviews linked in the description as well. And so I want to keep things simple here. When it comes to these VPNs, look, at the end of the day, no matter which one you go for, you'll be able to stream and torrent and protect your information, and nobody will be able to know what you're doing online as long as you're connected to these VPNs. And that's because they have super solid no-logs policies, meaning that even if someone tries to get your information out of NordVPN or Express or Surfshark, they won't be able to get any information out of them because they don't collect your information in the first place. And they have plenty of independent audit reports that demonstrate the truth of these claims. And to go even further, with ExpressVPN, for example, not only do they have independent audit reports to show that they don't collect your information, but they've also proved their no-logs policy accidentally in 2017 when the Turkish government seized an ExpressVPN server, but they were still unable to access any information or data that links to a specific person or IP address out of the server. So as far as security and making sure that they protect the user's information, ExpressVPN is about as safe as it gets. Because if a government can get information out of the ExpressVPN physical servers that were actually in Turkey, then I'm pretty sure it'll be much more difficult for any hacker to pull out any information, and let alone intercept your connection, especially when you're using solid VPNs like these three VPNs. Now, just to give you a brief recommendation, I don't want to make this video too long. If you're looking for the best of the best overall, or the easiest VPN to use, and just something that is super reliable and consistent, and essentially gives you protection that even governments can't break through, then ExpressVPN would be your go-to. Now, if you're looking for more of a well-rounded VPN that offers a whole bunch of bonus features for a very reasonable price, then you cannot go wrong with NordVPN. It's an easy recommendation, especially if you want the fastest speeds possible and the biggest roster of countries at 111 countries, as opposed to ExpressVPN's still very big number of 105 countries and Surfshark's 100 countries. So that'll be it for Nord and Express, and Surfshark will be the best budget VPN that gets the job done at the cheapest possible cost without necessarily sacrificing any of the features that you might be getting with more expensive VPNs like Nord and Express. And you'll virtually be able to secure an unlimited number of devices with just one subscription. So if you have a lot of devices, or if you have family and friends that you'd like to share your VPN with, then Surfshark is a perfect option. And this is as opposed to ExpressVPN's 8 simultaneous connection limit and NordVPN's 10 device limit. So that means that you can operate 10 devices with NordVPN connected to them at the same time, 8 with Express, and again, virtually an unlimited number with Surfshark. And at the end of the day, it's up to you whether you want to go for one over the other. I personally prefer the reliability and speed of ExpressVPN. If you noticed earlier when we were trying to connect to the Filipino server here with NordVPN, it took about 5 to 10 seconds to connect. So allow me to demonstrate with ExpressVPN how it works. So I'll just look up Philippines, or on the other hand, you can go to Asia Pacific and just kind of look for the server here. There it is. You can even favorite it and it'll show up in your favorites, and just go ahead and connect. And you'll notice it connects in about a second, if not less. So this is one of the main reasons why I like to use ExpressVPN, because again, it's just that quick and it gets me going as quickly as possible. It's almost like it's part of the computer itself. Like it's not even a third-party application. It launches instantly and it connects even faster. So if that's what you're looking for, yeah, feel free to go with Express. At the end of the day, it's up to you. So that'll be it for this video. But if you do end up getting any of these VPNs, you want to make sure you don't spend more than what you have to. So what do I mean by that? Now, a lot of people end up spending more money on the monthly plan, which will cost you a whole lot more, thinking they're not going to need the VPN for more than a month, but they end up using it for longer than a month, and it keeps resubscribing to this very expensive rate. Now, unless you know you're not going to need the VPN for longer than a month, then you probably want to get something that saves you a little bit more money, like the 6-month or 12-month plan, especially with the links provided below, because it'll save you money whether you're going for Express, Nord, or Surfshark, so feel free to check those out. So that'll be it for this video. And if you end up changing your mind, there's always a 30-day money-back guarantee. So comment below if you have any questions. I'll be happy to answer all of them. Like and subscribe if you'd like to support the channel and stay up to date with everything VPNs and cybersecurity. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.